Can we have a big round of applause for the wonderful PJ?
A rather phallic item in in a spot where phallic items do not appear. I promise you that. For any number of reasons. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. And expectations. Do I scare you? With my waist wrapped tight and my ample bosom high, I will not sit with my legs closed. I will not wear your blame and shame. Public space is no more yours than mine. I will make no more room for you than you would make for me. I will speak out and I will be quiet. Neither will be at your directive. Does that mean I'm not woman enough? Does it bother you that I wear my black wrapped around me like a halo and I glow and you can't douse my light? Do I dazzle you? The chip on my shoulder? History placed it there. You don't get to deny that or to decide if, when, or how I get over it. I will not get over it. Does that scare you? Good evening! Lovely, wonderful people! You lovely, wonderful, paying people. You deserve a show tonight. I mean, it's Saturday night, right? Yeah, I'm never quite sure if it's radical and cutting edge and we're being all cerebral and shit to be poeting on a Saturday night. Or we're just a set of boring bastards and reject the party scene didn't want. Anyways, for your distraction from life pleasure, Ernie got you me. Generously, God bless him. He had good intentions. To you, I extend my sympathies. Yoni. Before I learned to spell my name, I was taught to sit with my legs together. Then I was schooled to open them so the world can access my soul no matter what I feel. So I learned not to feel, but to fuck and love it. So you call me slut and you call me slag, but still you seek me out, whether or not I feel desire. Since the day you were born of me, everyone and their best friend seem to have a say on what is meant to happen in my crotch and how access and function are controlled, and insist that it is in my best interest to listen, how I should care her, how I should share her what she's called, poison her to stop her bleeding life, carry your abuse to full term. I am female, the power that you fear. My legs are constantly being prized apart against my will and wrapped around your words, your instrument, your neck, your pleasure, your capitalism, your career, your ambitions, your cravings, your opinions, your contempt, your self-hatred, your ego, your insecurities, your values, your morality, your patriarchy, fucking me since the day I was born. I'm sitting beside you on the couch. The air is electric and thick as thunder. The clouds hang low. We can both smell the storm. The Atlantic Ocean lies between us. Neither of us wants to cross it. We are not good swimmers. We both know about the bones, about the way the sea thirsts for black bodies. We like to play pretend, though we don't talk about it. Somehow, we both know the rules. We both got game faces on. You're drinking tea, I am drinking coffee. There is a man talking silly on the TV. Always a man. If I leave at 3, I will have more than enough time to get there for 5. I say. You nod. You ask me, when am I coming back? I can't answer you because my whole being is silently screaming, I am here now. Haven't you noticed? Coffee elixir. I used to love the smell of coffee. That was before it became the odor of anxiety and sweaty bodies and too close contact and body gas emissions, xenophobia and war on deodorant and surreptitious videotaping of a chronic nose speaker, the sensory track to an arduous journey on the London Underground. The feature of coffee rings my travel, encircles it like a tarnished halo, gripping the nose of a fallen angel, crushed on a glass plate and inhaled. A bad trip with horrifying dreams of protruding backpacks and monkey breath airing carries, avoiding eye contact and reading over the shoulder, stretching for handrails that are too high. Coffee glazed senses skim over excessive interactions of absent communication. Tinny music escaping from earphones turned up too loud. Indiscriminate sneezing. Why doesn't anyone drink tea on the train? The smell of coffee whispers to me of badly applied makeup and reading glasses and slightly put out businessmen. Too large handbags and running for buses, coughs improperly shielded, and books used as weapons of mass distractions.
Yeah.
Minding the gap. Thoughts of heavy petting, doors that open on the right-hand side and using all available space. Missed connections and tears. Tears that dry before they're shed. I used to love the smell of coffee. Now, like the drifting tendrils of a last goodbye, it provokes images of rather strange strangers who think I'm rather strange. Us tied together by strings that lead to nowhere. Joined together in an ostensibly endless journey that catapults us to the repetitive and the mundane. No Narnia, no magic kingdom, just another day of late arrival and more coffee. Elixir of life. The discussions of the minute that hardly ever becomes the actioned, the hated but necessary. More coffee. The stolen indulgence in an unforgiving landscape. The lifeboat in a sea of desperation. I used to love the smell of coffee. I just became too used to being assaulted by it rising from a hole in the cover of a branded styrofoam cup grasped in a safety holder on the tube in the morning rush hour. Hands with nails beaten to the quick. I've seen eyes awash with inexpressible despondency, lips kiss cup, each sip imbued with the memory of being alive, rejuvenated hope in each swallow. Artist impressions in lipstick stains, awakening coffee. The straw in the clutch of the drone and the lubrication cushioning the rub of minutes that feel like hours and chase like a crow. Strips carrying on to the bone. Sell me a lifetime and I'll give you romantic dreams lost in the haze of broken promises. Tell you about looking gift horses in the mouth and chasing rainbows. About houses made of colorful delights that only rot your teeth. Days drag on like fingernails on a chalkboard. Staccato punctuations of wispy mental musings. A puppy called Nathaniel, humping a stuffed Paddington bear, wasted efforts, tarnished memories. Some things are best left alone. Cotton candy tastes awful once you've grown. And coffee, that lifeline that ties me to reality. Coffee makes me think of you. I used to love the smell of coffee. I used to love you. Those shoes though. Those shoes. I am learning how to carry my mother in my gut and my father on my back. I am learning to carry their fire without being consumed, to be their extension while jumping through the hoops of my own salvation. I'm learning to hold on by letting go and to let go by holding on. I'm learning how to see the distance in close-up shots. I'm learning that cleaning my plate will extend my waistline, but will make no difference as to the starving, that feeding my emotions just never fills me out. I'm learning that happiness requires commitment. The most intelligent man I knew never read a book or watched television. His links to the wider world were his children and a big-ass radio I poked holes in when I was small, because he told me the voices came from little men inside it. I was trying to set them free, or at least to see them. I am learning I will never truly be free while alive, and I'm often not seen. I'm learning that I am more intelligent than I give myself credit for, to say yes when fear screams no. I'm learning that there are days when under the covers is as far as I can travel. I'm learning to treasure those days, but not so much that they become most my days. I'm learning to grow always. I'm learning that using my food money to buy books and music gives me intense and lasting pleasure. I'm learning that there's always something else to discover in the world and in myself. The strongest woman I know never went to a gym, never touched a dumbbell. She just quietly carried the world on her back, and dinner to the table, and school uniform to the dressmaker, and school shoes to Harris to be rebottomed one more time. Those shoes. Brown tan leather as thick as high, they just would not die. I walked through puddles, kicked rocks, climbed trees. Those shoes held firm. The bottom would come away and Harris would stick a new one on, stick of polish, shine, and I was off to change the world. I am learning that I'm stronger than I believe or will ever appreciate, because the heroes in whose shadows I crouch are so far ahead, I'll never catch up. I'm learning I don't need to catch up, just keep going. Jesus was betrayed with a kiss. I'm learning that lies can dwell within a smile. I'm learning that the greatest stories I will ever read were never written down. I'm learning that sometimes I'll cry when I'm happy and laugh when I'm sad. I'm learning that the color of my skin, the texture of my hair, the gender of my brain, and the slit between my legs will always be political. I'm learning I will never be angry enough or ambitious enough. I'm learning I may not have learned the right things about love. I'm learning that sometimes love is wiping up your vomit while you call me bitch and holding you when you cry. I'm learning that love is staying when you should go because you do not know how to give up. I'm learning that love is carrying my mother in my gut and my father on my back. I'm learning that love is quietly carrying the world on your back. Dinner to the table and school uniform to the dress and school shoes to Harris to be rebottomed. I'm learning that the most powerful people I know would never show up in a Google search. I'm learning new representations of love. And despite all that I am learning, I still hate those fucking shoes. That girl, she desecrated me in the most delicious ways. She took my honor, my holy, my pride, my capability to speak incomplete sentences. She testified, knew me, biblically reminded me I sinned. She appointed herself cartographer of the planet of me, played connect the dots, colored me in and drew me luscious, sipping on me like I was ambrosia. She took my coordination, gave me spasmodic juddering. She blew me out to sea on a hurricane, spun me in a tornado, delivered me ashore on a tsunami. She took me through this journey with a fishwife's mouth and the stillness of the aftermath. I knew no words. I reached over to turn on the bedside lamp. Don't do that. She arrested my arm and exhaled. I'm shy. Repentance. Sit with quiet, sit straight, breathe, pray. Do not say her name, make patchwork quilt, drink coffee, recycle lies, avoid thinking, incinerate her letters, pray more. Eve presented the apple, do not bite, do not lick your lips. She brings original sin, do not say her name. Go to church. Take an umbrella, it may rain, brimstone and fire. Do not say her name. Purify your thoughts. Oh God is a shout of praise. Do not blaspheme. Bathe in holy water. Bake something, a tart. Do not eat it. Do not be it. Stash memories in a jewelry box. Polish them to a shine. Do not paint your nails red. Grow your hair. Teach the Bible how to beat. Pray fervently, fundamentally. Do not say her name whatever happens. Do not sin. No, never sin. Feeling is not wanting, it's not needing. If you throb for her, clean the carpet, munching on lemons. Do not touch yourself when thoughts of her assault you. Allow only the passion of Christ. Clutch God fiercely between your legs. Hide so well behind blind faith. Not even sleep can find you. Do not say her name. Prostrate. Salvation is at the cross. No, not bondage. Talk to Jesus. Rent your garments, cover yourself in ashes. Chant beatitudes when abomination calls you friend. Hallelujah is 15. You can only count to 10. Burn incense. Burn oils. Throw out the scents that remind you of her. Do not say her name. Knit jumpers. Wrap regret around your throat. Call it a scarf, not a nose. Flagellate. Wear a hat in the temple. Sit. Sit with quiet. Sit straight. Hell is real, and you don't always have to die to get there. Obsess on possibilities. Fast. Tithe generously. Confess and seek repentance and pray. Pray. Do not say her name. Diaspora. We are the children birthed by cesarean section, ripped from our homeland's womb without anesthesia, told we should be grateful or repatriate or get over it. We cannot. She struggles to heal. She is hurting. She has open wounds, cankers that erupt. So do we. My God. So do we. And this is for everyone who has ever had to answer the question, yeah, but where are you really from? Descendant, when they look at you quizzically like you don't belong, stand straight. Fill out your skin with you-ness. You are water. Your foreparents were torn up by the roots and scattered, but you are planted here. Stand in your legation, smile ownership. Wrap the armor of esteem around the kingdom of self. Thieves are at your door to plunder. Do not let them in. What's your name? They ask. Speak your name like moonlight parting night shadows, like a rainbow split in the clouds. Sing your teeth into their language and walk them down the pathways of beautiful. School them on the way to caress your identity, audibly kissing every single syllable. Can you spell it, please? Taste it. Dig each signifier from the depth of your ancestry. Season it with history. Savor it on your tongue. Spit your name letter by letter. Aim for eyes. Do not drop your gaze. Weave your magic. Spin your spells. Weave your magic. Spin your spells. Cover yourself like your grandmama taught you. You are a shaman. Be untouchable. You're not an apology. Your presence is not an inconvenience. You are neither confirmation nor a denial of culpability, not a receptacle for guilt. Your life is your own. Offer no explanation for your birthright. Your hair, you belong. Occupy your power. Take a deep breath. Hold it in. Larynx replete with forte. Speak. Chant your truth like a mantra. There's obia in your bones. Who the light, and when they answer, make them echo your name. There's a bit of a running thread in my writing about relationships with lovers. A thread observed rather than intentional. Sort of a body celebration of my success at fuckships and my abject failure at relationships. While not by design, I can't say that it has all been to my detriment. Life has been kind. The women have been beautiful and long legs. Continue. Life. Delightful in its perpetual infancy, ours was a romance steeped in unrealism and ode to doom, celebrating the entry to Dante's fifth stage of hell, an enigma within a conundrum, every attempt at conversation a soliloquy. Through prismed glasses I saw you, a rainbow. The tears I shed only made you more beautiful. In a dreamless fugue, I have no recollection of making a Faustian pact. I embroidered fantasies of happiness on the fabric of our despair, little motifs depicting unbelievable flights of fantasy. I called you progress. Beelzebub exacted the price, and reality impinged on my dream. Shylock collected a pound of my flesh. Poetry painted canvases with the blood from my soul, mementos in a box. Planted tree of knowledge springs forth. I view its beauty. Play with the leaves. Eat the fruits. And like a child, make the same mistakes again. And this is the last one, kind of about the same subject and kind of whimsical. To you, September, because you crease at the edges and shrink if I touch you too hard. You are the hardest, softy. You are the softest, hardy. There are 2 long days, short nights. There are 2 long nights, short days, and there's you. Arbitrator, balance. Remember when we first met? Me neither. Those were the days when you went back to school and I hated you. Those were the days when you went back to school and I loved you. Summer and you just need to sit and talk. You can work it out. You can live together. I promise. Hugs. This is not an identity crisis. You were never meant to be summer. You were never meant to be winter. You are you, glorious, golden, beautifully individual September. November, can't wait to meet you, but October is always in the way. Sometimes life is like that, and she'd be so good to you too. So, that 30 days thing, eh? You, April, June, and November, huh? How is it being in the chosen few? Did I mention November wants to meet you? She really does, really, really does. Sunshine says, hello. I hear it's spider mating season. I was told to ask you, do you know anything about that? For all those times I seem not to notice you, understand. There are some weird human socialization issues around how to behave with one you fancy. Unlearning, necessary process, implemented. November, I have told her of your yearning. There's nothing we can do about October. Get over it. Your name has that certain zing to it, the way your curves wrap around my lips, the way your middle sit on my tongue. I'm very interested in the minutiae of your day, blow by blow, side by side. Give it to me. live and in living color. You give it, but damn you, you take it away. You take it. You reign. You reign. Your mornings after rain, I really miss you when you're gone. You ruin me for all of the months. You always come around again, just as I am getting over you. I dig on you hard. Love, 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 or something like it. You, September, it was you all along.
Thank you very much, PJ Soho.